of the Spartan Update podcast. Today is October 7th, and it is partly cloudy and sunny, I guess. And it's 57 degrees right now. And we are here with a special guest, Jennifer.
Jenna. That's okay, though.
Jenna. Oh, my God. Sorry. I thought it was Jennifer.
No worries. People always ask me what it's short for, and I'm like, no, it's just Jenna.
Jenna. Oh, Jennifer. Oh, your real name's Jenna?
Jenna.
Oh, I was Jennifer. Sorry.
You think that was a nickname?
You're all good.
Just introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Jenna, with an A at the end, and I'm the Student Assistance Counselor here at the high school. I've been here for 3 years, but I was really only here for 5 months or 6 months before we went out on COVID, so I feel like a lot of students don't really know who I am. What else do you want to know? I won a hula hooping contest when I was 8, and yeah, that's my claim to fame at summer camp. And I don't know what ask me something. I grew up in Middletown, which isn't too far from here. Mm-hmm. I've always lived in New Jersey except for college. I went to the University of Delaware. Best school ever. Go Blue Hens.
My parents and my sister went there. My parents met there. I'm not going there, though.
Why?
No.
What? Because of that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's the best school.
I like the school, but I just, not my fave.
Where are you going?
No idea, but I applied to a bunch of city schools, so hopefully somewhere in the city.
Okay.
I can't be in Newark, Delaware.
It is. I mean, I think a lot of people have this perception that it's Delaware. There's nothing going on. It was the best experience, and obviously I'm biased. But it was an amazing experience. Are you both seniors?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the weeds of the searching.
I would like to go. I'm not really going out of state though, so
Okay. Delaware's barely out of state.
Yeah, it's barely
2.5.
Yeah. The drive is not bad. I've done it multiple times.
Do you guys know what you want to study, or?
No.
I think I want to be a journalist or something in broadcast journalism, something like that.
It's a good thing you're in this class.
Yeah, that's why I took it.
And you're not sure, so you're kind of just looking at liberal arts schools.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yesterday I was applying to Rutgers, and I didn't know. I guess I didn't know that they were you had to apply to a specific school. I literally thought Rutgers was just one big school.
Can you go? And I thought you could. I mean, I haven't done the counseling piece for college, but in a long time. But I thought you could go in undecided.
It's no, you can't go in undecided. I literally thought it wasn't the liberal. Oh my gosh, why can't I say liberal arts and science thing, and or the business school. I thought literally Rutgers was just a big school, and then you chose.
Oh, okay.
It's you have to apply to 3. It's you don't
have to apply to one of those schools.
It's harder to switch once you get in though. It's better to just if you want to go business, because sometimes the business schools are the top rated, so it's hard. So
try to apply to one of the harder schools to get into, and then see
if you can get in.
Yeah.
But you could probably.
I did the
But
liberal
I
arts
almost think I kind of wish this wouldn't be feasible, but I kind of wish that more of you guys would be required to take a gap year.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to know what you want to do for the rest of your life when you're 17. It's too much pressure.
Yeah.
And if you told me that I would be doing this, SAC specifically, drug and alcohol, mental health counseling, I would have been you're weird. I don't even know I didn't know what a SAC was when I was in high school. I never saw that counselor, even though it existed. But and all the stuff I do outside of my full-time job, I would have also been what?
Yeah.
So don't get so stuck on. I don't know if a lot of people your age feel that way, but I think there is definitely pressure to figure out the rest of your life. But
no, I'm just going into one major, but I'll probably switch it a million times.
Yeah. And you for your generation, you guys are expected to have between 5 and 7 careers in your lifetime, which is so different than your parents' generation. Are both of your parents or all of your parents in the same career they were in their 20s?
No, my dad he was selling hardwood floors or something, ceiling tiles, and then he was at the gym, and I think he met someone who was a chiropractor, and he's I want to do that, and then went to school. And then my mom was working for an insurance company, and now she does big pharmaceutical stuff.
Okay. So they've kind of weaved in and out of different.
Yeah.
And with your dad, he just met someone random.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of things happen. So cool. And you guys have lived in Ocean your whole lives?
Yeah.
I lived in Howell for only till I was little. I don't know, 5, and then we moved here. something like
Oh, I
that.
didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so young.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't remember it.
Well, Delaware was awesome experience. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rutgers, I had looked at Rutgers too.
Yeah,
It's a
my
good
sister
school.
went there, and she loved it.
Cool.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. I don't know. What else do you want to know? You can ask me anything.
Like, what do you do as a SAC counselor?
That's a really good question. I don't know. I guess, so I work with students who are experiencing like non-academic issues. So it could be like, this is kind of like heavy topic for the podcast, but you know, depression, anxiety. Sometimes if students are feeling like they want to harm themselves, cutting, eating disorders, relationship issues, drugs, alcohol, family issues, like anything you can think of that's not like just about academics, but could definitely affect school, because everything we go through affects every other part of our life. So, so that's the main thing. And then like they also have me do different things like programming wise. So like, you know, coming up with different social emotional, I don't know if you guys know like the term SEL, but so like you guys had SEL time, like things like that help with like overall school-wide promoting wellness and mental health, to help you guys kind of deal better with all the things that are getting thrown at you, because there's a lot. Like I grew up, we just were getting cell phones when I was a junior in high school. And I don't know if you've seen any of the originals. Like he's probably old enough to have like a beeper, but to have had a beeper. But we had like these Nokia phones that like, I should have brought it in. I'll have to bring it so you guys can see it. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but you would be like beside yourself if you knew this was the first cell phone.
Like a BlackBerry?
And I was like one of the cool kids because I had like a $2 texting plan and we got 300 texts a month.
Oh my God.
A month. You guys probably do that in a day.
Probably.
Wait, is that like the sliding phone?
No,
like,
this was before the sliding phone. It was just like we called it the brick. We call it now the brick. Like it was just kind of a rectangle. It had all the numbers with like, you know, the letters on top of the numbers. And there was a game called Snake that everybody played.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I have to show you guys. It's like one of the things you have to see. And I kept all of them because I feel like my kids are going to get a kick out of that one day. So a lot of the struggles, I don't even know how I started talking about cell phones, but oh yeah, so I didn't have one. You know, so you guys are dealing with so much and your brains aren't prepared for it. Like there's new research coming out right now that like Instagram knew how bad it was going to be for kids' mental health, and they put it out to you guys anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have much control because you're just doing what most other kids do, you know. So
Did you have to go into like what? Do you have to become like not a doctor, but like did you have to go to like
what kind of
therapy
schooling?
School or something? I don't know.
Yeah, so I went to Delaware I originally thought I was going to be a teacher forever. So I went to Delaware for education, and I got concentration in special ed and math. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a teacher. And then I started teaching, and I was just, like, so interested in talking to the kids and just, like, hearing their stories. And I always had my room was always open at lunch, so kids would come in because I didn't want to go sit with the teachers. So, like, the kids would come in, and we would hang out, and I would get to know them. And then, like, kids would start talking about their, like, personal lives. So then I went back to school, and that's when I went to TCNJ for my graduate degree in counseling. So you can pick if you want to be a counselor in a school or a counselor in like a community mental health center.
Yeah.
So I did the school track, and that's a 2-year full-time program. So I did that, and then I got this job in a different school. So yeah, there's like a school program, a school counseling program, and you actually can't get the degree in your 4-year. Whatever 4-year degree you do, you can't do the school counseling piece. You have to get your bachelor's, and then you can go for your master's in counseling. So a lot of people that do it and know they're going to do it might get like an education degree or a psychology degree or whatever, and then and then go to, you know, but graduate degree is not as fun as undergrad. Just kind of studying.
Since you did your degree in Delaware at first, like, is there a test that you have to do to teach in New Jersey, or is that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so it's called the Praxis, if it hasn't changed, because I'm getting older. So. But yeah, what happens is wherever you go, no matter whether it's an in-state school or out-of-state, you'll eventually get to the point where you take what's called the Praxis, and you take that in any of the areas that you want to teach in. So like I wanted to teach special ed, so I had to take a special ed Praxis exam. then I had to take a math, because I wanted to teach math, I had to take a math praxis. And you take that, and then basically everyone takes the same one, but then whatever state you want to go back and teach in, there's like a cutoff score. So New Jersey has like one of the highest cutoff scores.
Yeah.
So if you pass for New Jersey, then you pass in a lot of other states. So I went to Delaware, but I was allowed to teach in Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey based on my score. So then I decided like I wanted to come back home because I always lived here. So, but yeah, you take an exam to be able to actually go teach and get a job.
Kelly,
But then nothing you do.
No, I do not. I just
Nothing
heard
you
about
do in undergrad, though, I think for most degrees, actually prepares you for the job.
That's what my sister says. She just graduated Delaware, and she has like this. I don't even know what she does. She's like advertising / like marketing, and she was like college to not teach me anything. I'm relearning everything right now.
Really, I always say like you should go to college with the idea of like learning how to take care of yourself, how to work on teams, how to articulate yourself and be able to communicate well, and like time management. Yeah. Like all the other book stuff like does very little.
Just gives you something to do during the week.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I had taken a gap year. That's the only thing. Yeah. Like I would have loved to just like, even though I had no money, but like, just like travel and like do different stuff and like really enjoy the time. Because then once you graduate, you feel like pressure to get a job. Yeah. And, you know, obviously you can live at home and have less expenses, but you still want to be independent. Yeah,
that's what I feel bad for my sister, because she did study abroad, I think her junior year, and she was in Spain, like just living her life, and we visited her, and she looked like she was having the time of her life.
And she'll never forget that. I went to Ireland.
Oh, Ireland, yeah.
And I couldn't do like a whole semester. I did winter session because Delaware has like a long winter session.
The trimesters.
Yeah, exactly. But it was amazing. That's where I met most of my like really good friends. So.
She has friends from like all over the country now, like most, because she had this weird program, because like Delaware didn't have a Spain one, so like they did it through this other school, so she had like friends in Colorado and Oregon,
so
California.
Cool. Delaware has one of like the best study abroad programs like in the country. But
or maybe they had the program and then the other schools didn't. Oh yeah, I think that was it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
She enjoyed Spain.
I'm just making up rumors here.
That's funny.
Giving false information.
We wanted to know, what do you think about our school spirit?
It's so hard because we weren't here for so long, so I think it's hard to like really understand where the school spirit is right now. And I was only here for a few months when we went on home instruction, when we went virtually. So I don't know. What I can say is it's definitely not at the level that it was at in my previous school district, and I think obviously that probably has to do with a lot of things. But I guess I would ask you guys, like,
we tried.
I'm still learning.
So our class is like, we were the ones that tried to bring everything back. So our freshman year, we like decorated the whole hallway for Halloween, and like we got everyone like pumped, and then we made the dance, right? We had a homecoming dance, and we hadn't had a homecoming dance in like so long.
Okay.
But then COVID happened, and now there's so many restrictions.
I feel like they're just blaming what they don't want to do on COVID when it can easily be done. And it's
we just want to have like a pep
we want to like have a pep rally. Like we see so many other like schools do it. Like so many other schools still do their homecoming dance and like all those things. And it's like so hard for some reason for our school to do it when it's just like, we don't understand why.
Then they talk
so you guys don't feel like you have like answers?
Yeah, they're just like saying no.
And they're like, oh, show your school spirit. Wear red on Fridays. What's your Spartan legacy? And we're like, well, we're trying to make our Spartan legacy, but it's a little
they're
hard.
not letting us do anything.
And I think school spirit contributes to so many things. Like obviously your enjoyment in being here, but also just like a sense of like this is our home. Like, and it happens in every school, I'm sure, but like, I think you probably would see in schools where there's a lot of school spirit and a lot of people participate, like less discipline issues. You'd probably see like less trash out the halls and the cafeteria. I don't know, because when you really say like this is our space and you treat it like that, I don't know, I'm sure there's some students who like treat their actual homes like crap. But like for the most part, I think you get like a more like cohesive, well-behaved, like energetic group of people who really want to like take pride in their space and their turf, So I don't know. I don't see like I said, I think there's a lot less than what I experienced, but I also think it's my view is just a little bit cheated because I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy that, like, I've been here for 3 years and, like, a year and a half of that has not been, like.
Yeah,
we had, like, no
actually-
high school.
Yeah.
Our best year was freshman year.
Yeah, that was like
so
that was
fun.
like our only, like, I always think of, like, that was
Full
our
year.
only last day of school that we've had here.
Yeah.
What are the things that you guys are trying to do that you're having a lot of resistance to?
They said no to the pep rally.
Yeah, what was the reason?
I don't know.
I don't remember, but
Like-
I think it was something.
Oh, they said it's because we're doing the what is it called? The Spartan Olympics. But I'm like, but that's not pep
Spartan
rally.
Olympics
That's like
isn't even till December, right?
Yeah, and that's one. That's like I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to do more like
They said no to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, no, they said
no,
yes to the Olympics.
last year we couldn't do it. Well, because of COVID.
Yeah.
But
I think the last pep rally was our sister's class.
yeah,
That was it.
yeah.
And then they just stopped.
So no pep rally.
Yeah. Which is, it could be outside. Because it's just like fun. It's like, was it all the sports? They just walk.
Yeah. Oh, we wanted to do the powder puff.
Oh.
Which was,
But
that's like not the same though, because like the people got hurt last
Miss
time.
Hannah
but-
was the last class to do it. She was in my dad's class, like 80. What were they? 89.
No, it was her first year. I thought she was working here.
Oh,
And
it was her first year.
Oh, not her
Powder
first
puff?
year.
Yeah,
like-
or something.
Yeah.
I
Instead-
don't know if they still did that in the last school I
Oh,
was in.
really?
Yeah, like no, I see schools
Yeah,
like
North
all
Jersey.
the time
I
doing
feel like
it.
a lot of North Jersey schools, because I have friends up there, and they
Like I don't
have
know
a
why
lot of school
I don't know why
spirit.
so many people got hurt.
Yeah,
where
they
she
had, like,
was,
3
'cause it's
people in
flag
the
football,
hospital.
it's not tackle.
Yeah.
The girls are
I
aggressive.
think, I mean, it's obviously like a combination of a lot of things, but like sometimes what's allowed to happen or not allowed to happen comes from like the top, you know, like
The past years.
central office or the past years. What's happened? Like my last district, like the seniors would all do a full weekend to Disney every year, and like towards the end, there were a lot of kids like taking advantage and like
Yeah.
sneaking alcohol and like drinking and like making things really dangerous.
Yeah.
And there were like 250 kids on the
Oh,
trip
wow.
and like 20 chaperones. So like they were getting to the point where like do we have to cancel this?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
so it's like it stinks because also like, you know, if students are watching this that like sometimes make bad decisions.
Most of the time.
You know, I think it's hard too because you guys have young brains. Like it's hard to like realize the consequences of your actions. But like it's usually like 2% of the population that kind of ruins something.
Everything.
And they don't really see, or maybe they don't care. I don't really know. Hopefully they do care, but they don't see how it impacts you guys. So
There's a ski club. There used to be a ski club like a while ago, and apparently, because my dad, his grade was crazy, and I'm pretty
your
sure.
dad won here too?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
Legacy.
Yeah.
And he said that they would go crazy on the ski trips, and after his grade, they stopped doing the ski
Really?
club. And we tried to bring it back. Miss Cavadas, I thought the bio teacher.
Did we
freshman
not?
bio-
I thought we had a ski club freshman year.
So it was
We
your,
tried.
it was your
Oh,
dad's
yeah.
year that ruined the ski club.
I don't know. I don't even know what they did. I don't know. I feel like it's also a lot harder for school spirit at a set, because we are kind of a smaller scale school. There's like regional schools that are a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And obviously it's easier to have school spirit when there's so many kids and they're
Yeah.
all excited. But it's hard to get everyone into it, because we have friends that we're just like, oh, come to this event for class
Yeah.
officers. Like we're doing a dance. Like, no, that's going to be lame. We're like, no, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun only if you come and you just tell people it will be fun.
Yeah.
And you'll have fun. You'll see.
Yeah.
But
when people talk it down, they like just don't.
yeah,
wanna
I
even
hate
go.
when they talk it
Yeah.
down, because you haven't even experienced it.
Yeah.
And like, nah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Okay.
Well, I think that there's power in numbers, and there's also power in consistency and being persistent. So just like the same, you know, continuing with your message and doing the best you can, and then
Yeah.
knowing at the end of the day, like, it's out of your control to some degree,
Yeah.
but that shouldn't stop you from trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely have seen, like, you know, kind of a low
Yeah.
overall sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm a lot happier when we're all together. Like after the homecoming dance, everyone was so happy. And
Yeah, I had fun there.
Yeah. It makes it better. But honestly, I've been enjoying school a lot more now because
Yeah.
after COVID, I feel like everyone's a lot nicer. That's what I
Really?
noticed. A lot of people talk to me, just like random people I don't know. Like I'll be in the bathroom washing my hands, and some girl's like, "Oh, I love your outfit." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And then we
Yeah.
I meet her.
Well, and
Yeah.
that's so, like, indicative of what you guys have experienced
Yeah.
because, like, the most recent like research is saying that like your age level is going to be the most impacted like mentally. So you guys are trying, whether you see it or not, like conscious or unconscious, like you are trying to recover from like the damage of being isolated because it is so not what we are used to as humans. And it's not what we need either. So like I feel like a lot of you, like, that's good that you guys are kind of forcing yourselves back out into like the social realm.
Even teachers are nicer, which is weird. Like, I know teachers aren't mean, but there are some teachers that I had over the years that were not like, just
they're a lot more
happy.
lenient, like with like work now.
Everyone says hi to me in the hallway. I don't even know. They're like, "Oh, have a good day." I'm like, "Thank you. You have a great day." It's like a trickle effect.
It's crazy too, because like before I to go back to like cell phones, like it was normal. Like I said hi to a kid in the hallway yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, did you just ask me a question?" He was like, "No, why would a stranger ask you a question?" I was like, he was holding his phone. I'm like, before those existed, like it was normal. Like I would walk into an elevator and just talk to whoever was there, not like awkwardly pick up my phone and like try to.
Everyone's so awkward.
But
it's when you're awkward and you just like hold your phone pretending you're on the phone.
I feel like I've done that before.
So do you guys feel like, I guess I have that similar question for you guys, because I feel like from my perspective, of course, like I'm dealing with students who are struggling and having a tough time. So it's skewed, I think, my perception. But like it feels like the start to the year has been like kind of crazy. Like a lot of kids having a lot of mental health issues, a lot of kids like having conflict with other kids or teachers. Like, do you guys sense any of that, or does it feel like all hunky-dory and like A-okay?
Like in the beginning of 2021, I think I was really sad on the fact like that, like I couldn't like really, it was so hard to find a place for me and my friends to just hang out because no one like wanted to the house that like spread COVID or something. So like literally like in the winter, and it's like you couldn't just sit in someone's backyard. Like it was so hard to find a place where we can all hang out. So like that, like every weekend it was like, well, what are we doing? Like we can't do anything.
Yeah, my friend group got like cut. Like we just got so small, but because we had to hang out in small.
It was.
But I liked it better though. I got like closer with people, which was honestly better. But everything really did change.
Like it's like what she said, like it was like the groups got smaller, and it was just like so many people can just have that many people, and then others would be like left out. So it'd be like it would just cause more drama than like it would have like then like if COVID just didn't happen, because then everyone could just go.
And it's also a lot different in school, I guess, because it's harder, because I know that there are people in classes, because it's different, because I feel like we're in, I don't want to brag, but like we are in higher level classes, so it's like students don't really act up because we're like here to get better at learning, but then there's kids in other classes that maybe aren't trying as hard, I guess. And I know from teachers, what they talk to us, they just say that some kids are just awful. Like they will be so mean. They'll read a book and they'll be like, I hate this book. And they're like, well, I love this book and we're trying to learn this book. So I know there's other students, but I don't know why, but I feel a lot better now that COVID's over, and I feel like everyone's more happy, but then there could be people that are upset still. But I haven't really
So you guys have
that.
seen like pretty much a good return to school.
Yeah.
For the most part. That's good.
I think.
Like, freshman and sophomore year, like, I liked school, but, like, it would be really hard to come in. And now, like, it's, like,
it would be
no,
so
like,
hard.
I love school now.
Well, I think that what you guys learned is, like, the important stuff. Like, that, like, to value, like, really close friendships. Like, maybe you don't need 100 friends, you know? Like, and that whole, like, needing to be popular thing, like, it never goes away. Like, it existed when I was in school. It existed when your parents were in school. It'll exist in 50 years. Like, but really, like, having 100 friends is not as valuable as having 2 or 3 that you know you can trust and rely on. And I think when you're forced to, like I said, it's kind of the good thing about COVID, like you're forced to be in your home and like kind of only connecting with a few people. You realize like, okay, like who are my real friends, or like what do I really want to spend my time doing, because there is a lot of drama, and you can absolutely get like immersed in it, especially for females. Like it's just always
a competition.
Always a competition.
For some reason.
Yeah, always. And it doesn't end. When you become an adult, like there's still like a level of
my mom is always complaining. Oh my God.
Yeah, so I think in a way it was good for you guys to experience, like somewhat.
Yeah, I feel like I talked to a lot of people I wouldn't talk to normally, but I've also been trying, that's one of my goals for the year, is just try to like just meet people and just randomly talk to people. Because I feel like we've been on our phones and it's just hard.
And that's a good goal because when you go to college, you're literally going to know
Yeah.
no one.
Yeah. You're going to have to make friends.
You're going to have to make friends. Like, I remember my first night of college, like, literally the entire floor went to play volleyball. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like, there's 17 of us on the court on one side right now. But it was so fun because that's where we, like, made our initial connections. And you kind of forced yourself, you have to force yourself to, like, introduce yourself because everyone's new.
Yeah.
You know? And there's not as much, like, clickiness.
Oh, yeah.
In college. So you just kind of like everybody's friends and then you make your own groups, but nobody's like competing against each other.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel like if you could, obviously school spirit is an issue, like what's the number 2 issue that you think like?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I usually ask good questions.
I don't know.
So school spirit. I don't know.
I feel like everything.
Or something that you think that you could think of that if you could improve one thing and it wasn't school spirit about the school.
I guess like honestly like college things that I feel like I was so stressed. And like
I think
it was like our class advisor helped us, but if I didn't have her really, and like we only had like one meeting with like our guidance counselor, and like for some reason all of our guidance counselors are like all on maternity leave.
Yeah, all of them. I mean, like good for them.
Yeah, I feel like the ones that
COVID
we like
baby.
had through.
It was really only 2 out of the 5, but it feels like all of them.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I think that I know the counselors do a lot for us, but there are certain people that could probably do more.
Yeah, no, it's not like it's not like them that's doing it. It's like no other help other than our class advisor.
It's a lot harder
who we
to go
only
to,
have because she's our
in terms
we're
of
in
like
it.
searching and understanding what to
or even like teachers sometimes. I mean, there are a lot of great teachers in the school, but there are a lot of teachers that also kind of not space out, but kind of are just not connected, I feel. And there are students that could possibly benefit from teachers' advice or like help in anything in any way. Most teachers are really good though.
Yeah.
But there are students that I guess are afraid to speak to teachers because they don't feel that connection.
Yeah. And I think that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And also like some kids that connect with one teacher might totally not connect. Like I always say to students when they come, especially if they come to me like for the first time, I'm like, okay, this is my spiel of like what I do and yada yada, and then I'm like, and also like if you don't feel comfortable with me, that's cool, because like I want you to find someone that you're gonna really connect with, and not everyone's gonna be able to connect with every teacher. Like there are some teachers just have really good connections with every student or most students, but it's impossible for every student to feel comfortable with every teacher. And I think as long as the thing that is important is that you have, as a student, you have at least one teacher that you feel like you could go to, or counselor, whoever it is. You know, so I don't know, maybe that's something that like maybe is an area to like look at. I don't know.
Also like
but college planning for sure.
We were thinking like some of my friends thought like if you played like a sport, you should be able to like either choose if you could have your gym block or like a study hall section. Cause like I feel like we're the only school like that doesn't ever have study hall.
Get credits
like
for
or like like to get
for sport.
It is a lot
because
for some
like
students because they get home so late.
like
I definitely think the schedule is a little bit. The schedule I had in my last district was so different.
Really,
and every kid had a study hall.
Yeah, I know so many schools.
3 out of every 4 days.
I think they stopped doing study halls because it would get so rowdy during them because students wouldn't actually take the time. But I know my friends that go to private schools, but private schools are different. Like you're paying to be there, so it's a lot different. And kids aren't usually bad, but they use the study time. They do their homework. They get everything done, and then they go home and they don't have any homework.
If we had one, I would get all my college stuff done then. I wouldn't have to do
Luckily,
anything.
it's senior year, and I don't have too much going on because I did finish my college stuff early, thank God. But if I would have been freaking out with work on top of everything. So I feel like that'd be nice to have a study hall. Just like even just a break. Yeah, just a little break.
I mean, I heard a lot of students like the SEL time, even if they're just like sitting there doing nothing or on your phone or whatever. So because if you think about it, like, I don't know, in middle school, do you guys have anything like that where there's like a break in the day?
We had a recess in 5th grade.
In 5th grade.
After lunch.
Recess was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you guys need recess.
Yeah.
I mean, we need recess, you know. Like,
everyone needs just like a little break.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I know one thing that we could do better is that the school could give us more. We need an honor code. We definitely need an honor code because there are times when we're in class and we're doing work or partner work, and I'd love to just go outside and just do my work and do it. Like we have the courtyard and no one uses it. Yeah. It could have tables. It's just like a nice to get fresh air. And I know some teachers take like people on walks, but
we got in trouble the other day.
We got in trouble.
I mean, like if you were in class and like doing an independent assignment to be able to go sit somewhere.
Or even at lunch.
Because it was so nice out and we have to go back inside.
I know it's not college and I know it's high school, but or even just for upperclassmen, just to be able to go to the courtyard, just go outside, finish your work, I don't know, eat there, relax. That'd be a little bit nicer. Because I know when you're younger, you...
Also, like, with us wearing a mask the whole day, like, it's so different than, like, our freshman,
it feels a little like jail.
Yeah.
We got in trouble.
I think I would argue that, like, so many high school students say that about their high school. Like, I have yet to meet, like, a high school.
When we're walking in the halls and they're like, go to class, get along. And I'm like, this is jail. This is jail. We're in jail.
Well, it doesn't help that, like, you know, we're surrounded by cinder blocks that are usually, like, a very plain color.
Yeah. And the fluorescent lighting, not good.
Actually, like, before COVID, you guys should come up to my room. Before COVID, there was, like, I have this, like, kind of tiny office and then, like, also a big room that they gave me. And before COVID, I was meeting with students in this smaller office. And I painted it like a teal kind of color, and I think there's only like a few rooms really that like this one.
This one.
And, like, I think one of the other tech rooms or computer rooms is also painted like a nice teal color, but like I purposely did that because I was like, I want this to feel homey, you know? And like when kids would come in, and I didn't use the fluorescent lights. I had like the Christmas. Well, decorative lights. I shouldn't use them for Christmas, but like. I had those lights instead of the ceiling lights, and just felt like really cozy. So anytime someone would come in and be like, "Oh, it's so nice."
You know, Miss Hannah's room used to be like that, but since COVID happened, she had to like take her couch out, like all like the nice.
We still sit in rows. No one sits together anymore, and they're like COVID. But I'm like, are you kidding me? We're in rows. We're
like our class is like big, our fourth block, and we're like right next, like we're like really close in rows. But it's like we're not in. If we were honestly in like groups of 4, like we would be farther apart than what we are now.
I also like windows. Mr. Zupko's room, he is the digital photography teacher. His room has windows and like the light, it's like natural light, and it just feels better.
It's nice. Yeah, no. Well, so then COVID hit. When we came back, they were like, "Oh, you can't use this smaller office because you're going to be too close." And I'm like, "Oh man, I like painted, did all this stuff." So I moved everything into the bigger room. But the thing I like about it is there's windows. I'm like, "Oh my god," because I would leave that other room. And go outside, and I would be like, I can't see for like the first 30 seconds. So I do like being in that bigger room, but it's a lot less, like, I'm trying to make it as cozy as I can. Like I said, you guys should check it out. I also like, and I didn't mention this, but some kids come and actually talk, and then some kids just come in, they're like, can I just sit? Like, I just need to be away from people right now. So I'm like, oh yeah, cool, do your thing. And they'll like listen to music or on their phone for a couple of minutes to decompress, because like we all need that. And I feel like my job partially is to like encourage you guys to be self-aware enough to know what you need. You know, so like I think it's important for kids to know, like, that are watching, like, you don't have to come in and talk and like literally spill your guts and all your deepest secrets, but you can come and just hang out. And you know, I'm trying to figure out a way to also have like open lunch, like one day a week for each lunch block, where like kids could come in, because the whole point of that room before COVID was I was making it into like a mindfulness room. So I was gonna have like a lot of mood lighting of the like lights, and like a speaker to play like music and meditation, stuff like that. And I have like different like tactile things that like help with that. So I feel like it's just hard for a lot of students, like I said, to know that I exist and also what's up there. But yeah, there's like I think a lot of benefit in having a place where students can go and just like get away, like whether it's from people or situation or whatever. So
I think that's really important, because there are a lot of students that need that. If I had known about that like freshman year. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I think it's hard, and it's hard. Like, this is good. I think it's good that you guys are doing this and you invited me, because I think it'll help more kids know about what I do.
Yeah.
I also think it's hard. Like, you guys, so you're with your teachers every day, right? So you get to know them, like, really quickly. So then you know who you can trust and whatever. But for kids, like, they might meet me once and then not see me again for a couple weeks. So it's, like, harder to build that connection. So hopefully if they're watching, they get to know a little bit of my personality and
Where is your room?
feel more. That is a great question. So I'm in D200, which is like if you go up the hallway to the world language hallway, like right on the left.
Oh,
there's like a little alcove that you like go into, and technically there's 3 rooms there.
Oh yeah, I think I've been in there.
Oh yeah.
To print some. Is there a printer in there?
Oh no, that's the other end of the hallway.
other one.
Yeah, the other end of the hallway is the like teacher's workroom.
Oh, okay.
So the other side by the bridge.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's a good area.
Yeah. I should like play music or something.
Yeah.
So people see. Like,
I love when teachers, like, I know Miss Jamiro, I never had her, but she, like, stands outside and will, like, play music.
Oh,
Does
yeah,
she? In the hallway, which is nice.
Yeah, every time I go, it would be, like, blasting music.
Yeah.
Anytime you walk by.
that's
there's always
awesome.
music.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I should do that. That's a good idea.
You
Steal
were-
it.
I had her sophomore year, and you were one of the
did I go in for a mentor
Mondays.
Monday?
Yeah.
She wants me to come in again next week, I think. And that was my first time doing that. And I was like, I don't know what to share. Like, I don't know what to tell about myself. But I do think I love that she does that mentor Monday. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's good because I think sometimes you guys forget that we're humans too. Like, we have lives, we have ups and downs, and like we're all human. Like we've gone through crap, you know, and you make it through somehow.
Yeah, that's what I like about some teachers. I know some teachers don't want to share everything about their lives, but there are teachers that are just straight up teachers. You don't know anything about them, and they just teach you math and
It's
science.
harder to make a connection that way, and then you don't feel as like connected to the material. Like I know the teachers I had that I loved. There was a connection because like they would be like kind of raw in some ways and like share stuff, not everything, but enough to make you feel like, oh, this person's a human. They get that like life is hard.
Yeah.
And then you like want to do work for them even if you hate the class.
That's like math. I've always been bad at math, and then I had to get tested for dyscalculia, if you know what that is.
No.
It's like a math disability. It's kind of like you can't do mental math in your head, and it's other things like you mix up numbers. And anyways, I always been mad at math, and then I had this not new teacher, but I have this teacher senior year, Miss Molnar, and she is amazing. She's the best math teacher. Oh my God. Can't speak. It's hard to speak after a while. She's the best. Oh my God.
It's okay. No worries. No
right
judgment here.
Okay. She is the best math teacher I've ever had. She's great, and I am doing good in the class.
Kudos to her.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I had her last year. I loved her.
I have a 98. I've never had a 98 in
What
math.
makes her so good?
She explains everything, and if you're having trouble, she'll help you, and she'll go over it until you finally get it, and she's great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably like a really good person too.
No,
like,
yeah.
You just feel like, easy to be around her. Yeah.
Like I
Makes a
actually like
difference.
math right now,
Yeah.
which is weird.
Yeah.
I like hate math.
It's so insane to me. Like, obviously, I'm part of the teachers, group union, and I think that, so it's like I'm biased, but I still think like teachers really do, like as corny as it sounds, like shape the future.
Yeah.
And like they're some of the lowest paid people in like our country and industry. And among other industries. So it's just like, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane to me that we literally raised the next president of the United States.
Yeah.
You
guys
spend
need
more time
money.
with us than you do with your parents.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
You guys need more money.
Also, it's like before you were a teacher, you said before you were a counselor, you said like people would still like you were also a counselor at the same time
I
without
was
even
sort of
getting
like,
it. Yeah, you're like doing
doing
extra.
Yeah, and we love it. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe can't speak for every teacher, but you go into the profession because you love it, not to make like tons of money. But I still think it's like crazy, like kind of have it backwards. Like, I always have this argument with my husband, like, why do we pay football players millions of dollars, like, and teachers get nothing?
Yeah.
He was like, well, it's entertainment, like, and it's not regulated like by the state. I'm like, it still doesn't make sense. Like, that money should go into the schools.
Oh yeah.
Promoting school spirit.
Do you ever get tired of? I know it's your job, but do you ever get tired of just listening to people and you're just like, I wish someone would listen to me?
That's a great question. That's hilarious. I mean, I go to my own counseling, my own therapy, like at different times in my life. So I think like, and if you ever talk to a counselor or therapist that says they've never been to therapy, like I would be a little bit concerned because you kind of have to go through your own therapy to know how to help others.
Yeah.
Because it's like a matter of getting to know yourself better so that you can show up for others the way that they need you to show up. So, so I do get like to talk. I also like, I'm the talker of me and my husband, so like he'll just sit and listen. I'm like, are you still there? He's like, yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm like, okay, good. So I do get to like get that out. But no, I love it. Like I never, honestly, and this is what you should strive for in your lives, like feel like you never have to go to work. I feel like I never have to go to work.
Yeah.
Like I have to remind myself I get paid to do it because I love it so much. And I love helping kids, and every day is different. Like I don't know what conversations I'm going to have with kids today, and that's like exciting for me. Like when I was teaching, I knew what I was going to teach every day, every period, every minute. Like that's boring to me. No offense to teachers.
No, that's boring.
And they do a great job, and I think they make a lot of connections, and it's not just about the curriculum. But for me, like I'm making relationships that feel important to me and important to the student, and hopefully like teaching you guys, you know, the students that I am in touch with, like teaching them how to manage all the crap that's going to come their way, you know, because I think, I mean, you guys tell me, like, I think high school is when you start to figure out, like, oh, life's not super easy all the time, and, like, people aren't going to show up and just give me everything I want and need. I have to work for it, or, like, whatever it is, and this is the time for you guys to learn how to manage the ups and downs.
Yeah. There are kids I'm worried for that are going to college because some of their moms just do everything for them. Like, I don't know. They do their laundry. Some kids don't know how to do laundry. Thank God I know how to do laundry because I would be so lost in college.
Yeah.
Or even just like small things like dishes. Because I know when my sister had an apartment with her friends, some of her friends just never did the dishes. And she's like, you pull your weight.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know where that came from. Like my generation, or at least for me, I can speak for myself. Like, my mom worked so much. My mom was a single mom. My parents got divorced when I was really young. So I would be home. Like, I would be the one cooking, cleaning. Like, I just always did it. So I grew up around that. And then when I went to, it wasn't hard when I went to college. Like, I knew how to operate a machine, like a washing machine. So I don't know. It is different.
Yeah.
I think you do have, like, parents now maybe that do a lot more.
Oh, yeah. My mom is like, you do your own laundry or you can let it pile up. And I'm like, okay, I'll just do it.
Well, and also I think there's been, I don't know if you guys were kind of this generation, but like everybody gets a trophy, like everybody wins. Like, no, like there are winners and losers, and that is part of life. And like I grew up where like if I fell off the bike, my mom would be like, okay, are you dying? No. Okay, so you get up and try again. Like, whereas like I think there's sometimes there's more parents who are like, oh my God, I don't want them to ever get scraped. I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah.
And then it also prevents you guys from being able to like handle when like crap really gets bad.
Yeah.
You know, which it inevitably will. So you have to kind of go through that, like the down moments, and take yourself out of it in order to like get through. College will teach you that, if nothing else. Yeah.
Should we talk about embarrassing stories now?
Oh,
Do you have any embarrassing stories for us?
No, I can't believe you're asking this
our
question.
segment.
I have an extremely embarrassing story that is very uncomfortable to say. I don't know if I'm going to say it on camera. No, I will tell it. Because I'm sure Mr. Polano will be mad if I don't. Is he listening? I don't even know. So I did competitive cheer. I cannot believe I'm saying that. So I did competitive cheer like pretty much all my life, and I was a competitive dancer. But I had a cheer competition, and we were driving there, and I was like, Mom, I have to go to the bathroom. I was like in 6th grade, I think, maybe. I was like, Mom, I have to go to the bathroom. She's like, we're almost there. Like, you're fine. I was not fine. I was dying. I peed my pants in line to go to the bathroom. And, like, luckily at the time, I don't know if you guys, like, even know, like, there were, like, these swish pants that, like, we would wear as cheerleaders. Pants. Thank God there was, like, a lining because, like, basically, like, it got absorbed. But when, you know, like, it's that sensation when you're in line, you're like, okay, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Like, the end is near. But it was like, my brain could not, like, process that I was not, like, at the actual toilet yet. So, yeah, it was the most embarrassing thing. And I, like, literally ran. I just, like,
That
ran.
is so funny.
We always talk about like
Yeah,
going
like,
to the
it's like
bathroom in this
bathroom
class.
stories,
I
like-
think
Bathroom stories? Do you guys have
No, like
We have
it's
so
the
many.
past 2 episodes we've been talking like embarrassing stories,
Yeah.
and each story, like I mean, each episode we
our
talked
other
about bathrooms.
co-host talked
Yeah.
about almost pooping his pants.
No, he did poop his pants. He did poop his pants.
You talked about your fart story.
Yeah.
I don't think I told
And
a
then-
bathroom story.
No, and then the next, remember when I walked in the wrong bathroom? That
Yes.
was my last one.
We love the bathroom
Yeah, the
stories.
bathrooms were.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
embarrassing.
there's a lot of them. If you talk to people, there's definitely a bathroom story
Yeah.
Yeah.
somewhere. So that's my story. I'm sure now.
Yeah.
Kelly, you have one?
Yeah, I have one, but mine's not a bathroom one. Well,
Oh.
it kind of is, honestly. I was in 6th grade. Oh, I guess 6th grade.
Sixth grade is the most embarrassing
Middle
time.
school is the worst
Yeah.
time for many reasons.
Well, I was at track, and it was like we did like a lap like at the very end of practice. So I'm like walking with a few of my friends, and I like love the smell of chlorine. And
Oh, I like the smell
yeah,
of
I don't know
chlorine.
why I love it. And I just found this like white pod thing, like it was just a circle, and I picked it up. I had no idea what it was.
Oh, I remember this.
And I smelt it, and it smelled like chlorine. And I didn't know that.
You picked it up?
Yes, I picked it
Oh
up.
my
I didn't know that the thing that boys pee on, you know, like in the urinal, it's like blue.
Yeah.
It turns white when they pee. Apparently, someone told me that.
That's what that was?
Yes,
You picked it
and I picked it up, and I'm like holding it and
That's
like
not good
literally
for the water
smelling
cycle,
it.
probably.
And
Why was it like, where
it was just on the floor, like in the grass.
That's so
Yeah,
weird.
I
Ew.
guess it might have been from like a porta potty or something. Like
Oh,
I
that's
don't
even
know.
worse.
And I literally took it into the locker room, and one of my friends was like, "Kelly, do you know what that is?" And I was just like, "No, it just smells like chlorine." And then they told me it was like that has pee on it, and I dropped it, and it shattered everywhere, and I ran out. I ran out.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
So
That's a good story.
Wait, I have one. I had it in my head and it's gone now. Train of thought. It's awful today.
In a bathroom story?
No, it's just an embarrassing story, but I kind of am forgetting it. Yep, forgetting.
You're forgetting
Yeah,
it.
forgetting too. Can't grammar either today.
I'm sure there's others, but that's like one that always like sticks out.
mhm.
In college, embarrassing stories, but for another day.
For another day. Maybe off camera.
Yeah.
I feel like I do something embarrassing every single day in my life that everything kind of just clumps together. Wait. Oh my god, I just had it and it's gone.
It's okay. You'll come up with it,
Yeah.
and then you'll come find me. And
Yeah.
see
No,
my
yesterday
room.
I had such an embarrassing like. It wasn't like a story. It's just like a moment. I was walking in the hall, and someone was on the phone, but their phone was like down here. I guess they're on speaker, and they're like kind of looking at me.
Is
And
that
they're
Bella?
like, "What? No, it wasn't Bella."
She was on her phone.
It
but
was. It wasn't
AirPods were
Bella.
in.
And so I was. They said hey, and I was like hi.
Oh.
It wasn't at me, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like that was so awkward. I just walked right by them. So embarrassing.
I try to forget the embarrassing things, but you know what? I always, as soon as I'm going to bed, I always think of an embarrassing story, and I'm like, well, great.
And you have to write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should do that.
No, I started writing mine down.
I guess
Because-
one would be, this one isn't even that good, but it was like freshman year. Wait, I told this one. I got tripped.
Yeah, you did.
I told that one. Oh my god.
You got tripped?
Yeah.
On purpose?
Yeah, my friend Brian, we were just like standing in the gym, because like freshman year before COVID, all the sports would just go to the gym before like they change and go out of practice.
Yeah.
And we were all just like talking in a circle, and we were just like, I think we were like dancing or something. I don't know, we were doing something stupid. And I just remember like turning around, and his foot, he did it on purpose, like trying to be funny, and he knew I wasn't gonna fall.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was gonna fall. I didn't know there was a foot behind me, and I turned around and smacked the ground, and it was so loud. Like the gym floor was just like bang, and I was like, oh well. And then everyone looked back at me. I was like, oh my god,
Laughing.
I gotta leave. Someone sedate me after that.
Christina.
There's always stories. It's weird though. You don't really remember a lot.
Yeah.
Like people
Yeah.
ask me like what I remember about elementary school and middle school and high school. Like I don't have a lot of memories. Like I
Yeah.
don't know if that's normal, but It's hard to remember stuff sometimes.
Oh, I remembered it.
What was it?
Oh my God, this always happens. It was last year, and it was the NHS ceremony, and I guess it was, I don't know. All the baseball boys were like standing at one car. I guess they were talking to their friend, or like maybe someone like got a new car and they were looking at it. I don't know. And I was parking, and I was like new to driving. No, I wasn't. I'm just a really bad parker.
Did you have it
Yeah,
for
I've
like
had my
5
license
months?
for like ever, but like since last November. So what was
Forever.
this?
You've had your license forever.
Yeah,
You're
forever.
literally
Last
seniors
November.
in high school.
Not even a full year yet. And it was, I think it was May. And June. Okay.
The month is important.
Yes.
Get it right.
Yeah, the month is very important. And I don't even know. I'm just bad at pulling into spots where it's like a quick cut, I guess. And there was multiple cars, and I had the music on really loud. Don't know why. I guess I was like really excited.
Because you're a teenager.
Yeah, I was really excited for that NHS ceremony. I was just getting pumped for it. And I turned in, and I cut in like too close to the car, but I didn't hit it, thank God. But I was like this, and if I had moved, I would have like hit it anyway. And I was like, what do I do? And the music was blasting, and but then the boys are staring at me, and some of my friends are on that team, so I rolled down the window, and I was like, can you help me, please? Can someone help me? And they all just like looked at me like, no. And then I made Jack help me, and he's like, are you okay? And I was freaking out because I was like, I'm gonna hit something. He's like, you're fine.
Everyone's watching you.
Yeah, and I was stressed out.
It's like when do you parallel park ever?
Yeah.
It's like when you parallel park and like people are on the side of the street and they're like literally watching to see how you're
yeah.
gonna do. And I'm like, can you just keep walking? Like, there's no show here.
No,
and then
literally.
if you like have to pull out, you're like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing.
No, so embarrassing.
But mostly at my age because like, I've been driving for 15 years.
Yeah. No, I'm horrible at parking. And I just remember he would be like, okay, cut it, right, left, and I'm not good with my rights or left, so I'd be like, which way? What do you mean? But it was fine. It turned out fine. But then I got out of the car and they were still there. I don't know why. They were just lingering. Their game was over. Their practice was over, whatever. And they're like, are you really that bad at parking? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Shut up. And then I like walked in really fast. I was like, never again. Never
Parking
again.
stories are real.
And now I park like all the way in the back, away from others.
Do you remember at the NHS the ceremony when how you had to light the candle?
Oh, yeah.
And Harry took the candle
Yeah, he
back.
took it.
It was so funny. That
was probably embarrassing.
No,
Yeah.
he noticed and had to walk back, and I was like, he probably.
The NHS ceremony was low-key embarrassing because they write that whole thing about yourself.
Yeah,
and then
it's like awkward. Like, yeah, you just like.
I had a
just reading about you.
quote, I didn't have a quote. I put because they wanted you to put your hobbies and stuff, and I had been selling my old clothes and like on Instagram, and I would.
So, this is amazing
Yeah.
to me that you just said that
Yeah.
sentence.
Yeah, and I'll not that I design them, but I'll sometimes like make cuts in them, and like I'll put like.
You edit them.
Yeah, edit them. I'll basically edit them. Yeah, like we do in this class, I'll edit them. And I'll sell them. Sometimes I'll sell them for a little bit more than they're worth. And whatever.
How do you know what they're worth? Like, how do you know what anything's worth?
It depends. If it's a brand name thing, then you could honestly put it at anything. Like, I thrifted this skirt, and it was this brand called Trip, New York City. And I guess it's a really big, like, goth brand. Yeah, like, people that are into that goth style. And I just thought it was like it was a red skirt, it was cute, but it was so big on me, and I was like, no. And I bought it for actually $3, and then I looked it up online, and it was $250. So I sold it on this app, Depop, for like $100, and I could have sold it for so much more, and I sold it in a minute. I've never sold anything that fast.
That's
like,
Oh my
crazy.
god.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Wait, what was we talking about before? How did we get here?
Embarrassing
Embarrassing.
moments.
Oh, because we were talking about NHS and.
Oh,
and,
yes,
like,
yes. And I had put in the bio thing, because we had to write a bio about ourselves, like, started my own online business clothing store. And it just is not that. Like, so many people, like, girls do it. They just sell their old clothes. Because I was like, because I didn't want to put.
But that's what you were doing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of what I was doing. So I
Yeah.
put it in there, and they read it, and I was like, no. And then everyone looked back at me like, you have a business? I was like, no. And I remember.
no, you should own it.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a business.
Yeah. Who
How
Rob
much money
Wade.
do you make?
Yeah, no, I was making bank. Like every week I was getting like.
Yeah,
so
like
nice.
my first job, I think I made. I want to say the first paycheck was $5 an hour.
Oh my god.
5.15 or 4 something. I don't know. It was a lot. It was like around 5. The fact that like you guys sell stuff on social media
Yeah.
and like that's insane. It's insane.
It's-
And there's
it's
so many
definitely
people
weird.
your age like making crazy money
Yeah.
on like Instagram and
Yeah.
YouTube and all that stuff. That's probably why when I go to the restaurant, like I can't actually go eat because you guys don't want to work in like real places.
No, yeah. No, yeah.
Which is really a terrible thing. If I can give you one piece of advice, it's to have at least one job in a restaurant at some
Yeah.
point in
Yeah.
your life.
I
so
worked
that
as a
you-
hostess.
Okay, good.
It was awful.
I worked on the boardwalk. You know Pucker?
Yeah.
I like it's not like a restaurant.
still work
it's like,
there?
No, and now I work at Cravings.
Hmm.
So
I'm
it's like it's not a restaurant. It's like just like food.
I'm supposed to get
Like,
a waitressing
yeah.
job this summer
I
at this
wanted
place
one.
called Darcy's because my friend
Oh
works
yeah,
there.
and Bradley.
Who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyler.
Oh.
He's a
Darcy's is
CBA.
amazing. I
Yeah,
love that place.
and because my friend Tyler works there, and he's like a barkeep, but like not. He's just like a busser, but also a waiter. I don't know what he does, and he says like he makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
and he's like, you guys should work here. But right now I'm just like working at my dad's office, but it's fun
Yeah.
working with my dad.
It's good to work in a restaurant because you like learn and you appreciate like what waitresses
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
through and like how hard
Waitresses,
it is.
I feel
and, like,
bad
they
for
don't
them.
Make, yeah, when I was waitressing, we made at that time we made $2 an hour
Oh my
plus
God.
tips because
Yeah.
that's really where your money
Yeah.
came from, you know. And some people just don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my
Europeans don't tip.
My sister
Mhm.
is a waitress now, and she started like 3 years ago, and she one time made $700 in a night, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
And then she like tips more now because now she realizes like,
Yeah,
it's, like,
no, it's so true. Even like when I get bad service or the person's
Yeah.
mean, I'm just like, whatever, just give them 20% because I
Yeah.
like know what it's like
Yeah.
to have like that.
Yeah, I
job,
always
so.
give like 15 or 20%.
Yeah.
I never.
you guys
I don't
are-
think I've ever.
Especially
given
as
lower.
teenagers, because like you guys get a bad rap.
Yeah.
When you go
Yeah,
out
they don't
on
wanna wait
groups.
on
Yeah,
us.
They don't wanna
exactly.
wait on
yeah.
us.
Like it's not we're gonna tip insane, but we're gonna give like a
Be
a
reasonable.
like
normal
yeah,
amount.
the normal amount.
No,
Yeah.
that's good. Did we get through all your questions?
Yeah, we
We
did
did.
all the segments.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us?
Do you guys? I'm like super into Ted Lasso. Do teenagers watch that?
I've heard of it, but I'm
Oh
not.
my God, you're missing out.
I don't
You
know.
have to watch Ted Lasso.
What is it?
It's what app is it on? Is it Apple? I don't know. I have so many apps.
Yeah, so many. Probably Apple.
Oh man, I can't. I don't know why I can't think of. But it's a story about this. Like he is a like traditional football coach in the States, and he gets hired to coach soccer,
Mhm.
like football in Europe. And
Oh, I've watched the trailer.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's such a heartwarming show because it's like all about like connection
Mhm.
and like team camaraderie, and he like has to build this team up from nothing. And there's all these storylines, but it's like so fun. And there's like it's one of the most popular shows right now. And I was just curious if
Oh,
like
really?
teenagers are watching it. What do you guys watch?
I watch right now. I don't know because I do a lot of movies, but right now I'm watching Arrested Development, and
Oh, okay.
I'm also watching the show called Money Heist. It's like a Spanish show, and so I like.
Is it in Spanish?
Yeah, and I put the subtitles on in English because I like hearing like their voices and like their accents.
Really?
Yeah. I was also
I don't
watching
watch
this Italian
shows. I
show.
don't watch shows if I have to like read subtitles because I don't want to have to do work.
Only sometimes. Like sometimes I'll just put it in English, but the voiceovers in English are just so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
it's not
voice
as good.
actors for English are just not the same.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What about you? What are
I'm
you
watching Grey's Anatomy and I'm rewatching Gossip Girl too.
You guys like go back to the old stuff.
Yeah.
Like Grey's Anatomy was like when I was in college.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It was like huge, and that was when it was like.
Well, everyone watched it like I'm
In
like
middle
late.
school.
Like everyone
Yeah.
watched it in middle school. This
Really?
is my first time watching it.
No,
like
I
all
love
my
old
friends
shows.
finished it
I'm
in like seventh
surprised
grade.
that would have been appealing for middle schoolers.
Yeah.
But yeah. But like Friends and like.
I love
all
Friends.
I
the-
like
That's
How I
my
Met Your
favorite
Mother.
show.
I
That's-
watched
Yeah.
that show.
I
I did
put-
watch that show in
I
middle
put
school.
Friends on like when I go to bed.
Yeah.
That's like my comfort
I
show.
feel like
love
I don't
Friends.
watch.
I could
old
watch that
shows.
forever.
Same. I love that show.
But
I
Arrested
did more
Development,
things.
that's also old. Like
Yeah.
you guys watch. So you guys watch like old
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
I like Parks and Rec or like Breaking Bad. I
Love
feel
Parks
like.
and Rec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did Shameless for a while.
A
too.
new show. Wait, is New Girl like new? Like that's a
No.
new show, right? It's
No,
not.
old. Yeah,
I
no,
love
that's
New
not
Girl.
Then
good.
why
Nick
did
Miller.
it just start getting? I feel like right now,
It's
or, like-
kind of getting popular. yeah.
2 months ago.
I
is when it
think a
started
lot
getting
of
popular.
old series are like kind of coming
Yeah.
back. Like in
I love old
popularity.
series.
Yeah.
So, like
Yeah.
Gossip Girl era is
I
really
love
good.
Gossip
I
Girl.
never watched that.
Oh,
Was like,
It's
so
so
good.
good. It's so good.
Okay, you know what? Everyone gives the new one a bad rap. It's not the same, but it is good.
I've never seen it.
It's not bad, but it's not as good as it used to be. Because now
Yeah.
there's like
I feel like people are like no matter
'Cause
what,
then-
even if it is good, people would
the
probably
thing
say
with
it's bad.
Gossip Girl is that like back then everything was okay, I guess. Like there were certain things, but now certain things like people don't put on shows.
Oh, okay.
So in the new Gossip Girl, they talk a lot about kind of like, I don't know, they talk about, they're like, oh, he's canceled. And we're like, okay, I don't care enough. Like, stop talking about that. Can we just like watch the show? So like, I don't like that about the newer shows.
Yeah.
But there are some good shows that are new. But there was like a crime one. What was it? It was on HBO Max, and it was just like everyone loved it. It was a book.
I don't watch HBO, so I don't know if I know that one.
Yeah, my friend gave me her password. So
Same. It's so weird. I just asked my friend for her HBO Max password because I wanted to watch Friends and Gossip Girl because they both got taken off Netflix. And my dad just got it. So
what?
Yeah, didn't matter.
We have so many things. I have like Hulu, Netflix.
Yeah, I don't have Hulu.
Do you also
actually
have cable?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I got rid of cable.
Well, my like I have a TV in my room. Like my room TV only has like the apps, but my like living room TV has cable.
Has cable, yeah.
And my parents' room has cable because they.
It's hard. I think like the older generation, it's hard to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys don't really.
Or like house phones. Does anyone still have house phones?
No. I don't.
I do.
You do? Does it work?
Do people call it?
Yes.
Really?
So like. It's so weird.
I give my mom's, which she still has it, I guess, because she has like the triple play or whatever thing, like when you get all three in a bundle. But I use her phone number like anytime like the stores ask me. Like I use her landline. So I'm like, I do not want to give my cell phone out to anyone I don't need to.
Mainly like doctors call us like, oh, you have an appointment on Wednesday.
I get a text message for that now.
Really?
Yeah, you have an appointment at so-and-so's office.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah. I guess that's like maybe once you get to be like.
My parents are
18.
old school, I guess. They love the landline. Also, my grandparents call on the landline because they can never reach us, I guess. But also, it's hard to reach them anyway.
Yeah.
You have to call the landline for them to reach them. Like they don't know how to do.
They don't know. No, my grandmother. We kept it actually because she's passed now. But she would call our cell phones. And then leave a message as if it was a landline, because landlines you can hear someone.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I remember.
So she's like, "Are you there, Jenna? Are you there? Can you pick up? It's me." And I'm like, she didn't understand that like that didn't get amplified. Yeah, or whatever the word is. Like, yeah, I couldn't hear that, Grandma.
Yeah, the only people that leave me voicemails are my grandparents and then my mom.
Yeah, my mom leaves me
and
voicemails.
I never listen to them, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Keep at least one.
Oh, yeah. I keep all my voicemails. I think
them.
they're so funny.
I keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. This was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually this class is filled. Like, I remember someone told me that to be on the show or like to be in it the week, you have to put your name in a bowl and they pick it out.
Wow.
And now
Seriously?
Why is it so?
I don't know. I guess
a lot of people didn't
took
take
TV
it.
productions also last year, so
I'm
it's not
surprised
like
because I feel like it would be a fun class. It's
Yeah.
like not.
I think a lot of people are taking a lot of AP classes this year,
Oh, okay.
which is weird because I would rather take
so-
all my AP classes like
Junior
junior,
year.
sophomore year, so that senior year you don't have.
Also,
as
though,
much.
like colleges aren't accepting as many
Yeah.
AP classes.
Yeah,
Like, just take the ones that you like.
Yeah.
stop
that's what
Yeah, I only
did
took the
that.
ones that I
I
like.
took 2 APs and I don't regret it.
I took 3,
I love because
and they were interesting, but then I realized that I do not want to go into any of those subjects.
Yeah, the only AP class I took was AP Psych because like
Yeah.
I had such like a crappy childhood with like my parents' divorce and like all this stuff that happened.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to understand like
Yeah.
the brain.
I took
So
Psych.
It was like,
yeah, I took psych.
yeah.
It was very interesting, but we also had it during COVID.
I didn't. I had it sophomore year.
No, I had
Actually,
it sophomore.
no, wait, at the
I had
end.
it sophomore year.
Yeah,
No, we had it in the
You
beginning.
took Psych, but not Demiro's class.
I took
A lot of
Demiro's
people
class.
take
Yeah, I didn't
lo-
take Demiro's
Oh, yeah, I
class.
took them both the same year, but it was so annoying.
I was
'cause
going
had,
to, but I just
I
didn't.
COVID when I loved it, and then COVID hit, and then it was like just like it was so hard to do
Yeah.
like online.
Yeah,
Which
everything.
in class was so easy.
I
Like
think
I loved it.
I loved every elective that I take.
Yeah.
That's
taken here.
awesome.
They're really good electives. Ceramics
Mhm.
is so fun.
I love
Theater is
ceramics.
so
So
fun.
fun.
Theater is probably one of the best.
Yeah.
This
I
one's
love
really
it.
good. Obviously, we're here.
Theater's good too because it like prepares you to be like in front of groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause if
I
you
had
have to
no
do
friends
presentations and stuff.
Oh, I
in
had
that
a
class.
bunch of my friends.
I had no friends.
But she would always pair us with people we didn't know, but it was so fun.
I
Yeah.
want there to be like an improv class. I feel like that
Yeah.
would be. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess that's kind of theater.
Wait, you
Like,
do
some
improv
You
for
do
like a
more, I
week.
feel like you do more improv than you actually do acting.
Yeah.
That's for the beginner. I think that when you theater 2 is more acting.
Yeah,
which
theater
I
two,
don't,
it's like
I don't
memorizing
love memorizing
lines.
lines.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite thing. I kind of
Mhm.
well the
I
fun
don't
things that we
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I don't need.
Yeah.
I would love to take
you-
an improv
you
class.
just-
If I had
Yeah,
extra
it's
time in my
fun.
day, I would totally.
It's
do
just
that.
something fun. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah.
I
And it was
always-
my fourth block. I loved
Yeah,
it.
I had a fourth block.
Mhm.
Did we have it together? No.
Like, we talked about this yesterday.
No.
No,
Right?
we didn't.
No.
I took it last
Sorry.
year.
Me and Kelly
yeah,
have
we have the
every single
same
class
exact
together.
schedule.
Oh,
even next
wow.
semester.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's weird. It's been like that in high school, all
Yeah.
through high school.
Like
And look at us now.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be best friends at the end of the year, or will you hate each other?
No, we'll
No,
be best friends.
I hate you.
And we used to work at Allenhurst together.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
a lot of time.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of
girl,
time.
that's
We
a
would
lot
do-
of girl time.
No, we
Yeah.
literally would, and we do all the same. Well, we did all the same.
And we did all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do sports anymore.
No sports at all.
No, I do swim and lacrosse still.
Last year I had enough. I did soccer, and it was great, but none of my friends did it. And not that it mattered that my friends did it, but I'm not competitive anymore.
Yeah.
I don't, to be honest, to me, like kicking a ball into a net is just not fun anymore.
I did soccer my freshman and sophomore year, but then I knew like all of my friends doing it were going to be on varsity, and like I knew I wasn't going, so I was like, I just switched to tennis.
There's a lot of
This year
drama.
I'm working
There's a lot
now.
of politics in the Ocean Girls soccer team. A lot of
I
politics.
feel like
Really?
there's a lot of politics in all sports,
Yeah.
but like also, like you guys are growing up at a time when like parents get super involved.
Yeah.
Yes.
They call the
in
coaches.
things that are
Mhm.
really like not their business.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like the coaches and whatever can't really do their job well. Like
No.
when I was growing up, I don't think my mom ever spoke to my cheer coach or my dance teachers, like unless there was an issue or I was sick or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my mom never inserted herself, but I feel like parents kind of take a little bit more.
Because now it's
control
like
now.
not even like
It's
who's
a
the
bit
best.
ridiculous.
It's like
It's who is on their team.
Yeah, so you don't
Yeah.
get in trouble.
'Cause one of
I
the
keep
coaches-
saying if I have children, I'm just gonna move to like the Amazon and like live in the woods or something.
One of the coaches is a travel soccer coach, so a bunch of the girls are.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
So they play them over some of the people that are just a little bit better. I would say a little bit more athletic. Not because, to be honest, during soccer, the girls that we're versing are athletic and they're good. But then our team, it's weird because our program's really good, the travel soccer league. But I guess the girls are just so like, we're just little. Like they just breed them so little over here. Like, remember Mr. McGrade? He said something.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like, they breed them big and like wall or something.
That's hilarious. It's in the water.
It's something in the water. Definitely not here. Well, we
Yeah.
got like that. We got the toxic Deal Lake water. So.
yeah,
And on that note,
yeah.
happy drinking.
Well, thank you for coming on the
thank
show.
you so much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Come up and say hi anytime.
Yeah.
I'll be the one blasting music in the language hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
All right.
You too.
Bye.
Bye bye.